Netflix's Territory revolves around a succession crisis at the Marianne cattle station, raising questions about whether it's an actual location. Territory's cast is made up entirely of Australian and New Zealand-based stars, adding authenticity to the central Lawson family and the show's supporting characters. The station, which is frequently described in the show as being the largest in the world, is based in the Northern Territory of Australia, known for its vast desert landscapes, which are frequently used to establish the show's tone and aesthetic. Though Marianne Station has suffered in recent years in Territory, it's a highly sought-after property. With Daniel Lawson's death in Episode 1, vultures begin to surround the cattle station, which has been held by the Lawson family for several generations, building toward Territory's climactic ending. Despite different characters having differing views on their industry and how the cattle station should be managed heading into the future, one thing is for sure: Marianne Station remains an immensely valuable property. Marianne Station was made up for Territory. Marianne Station is a fictional location. Territory is all about the Marianne Station, establishing the ranch as a highly sought-after property with a distinguished legacy. However, it's an entirely fictional location made up for the series. Cattle station is a term used in Australia and New Zealand, which essentially equates to what would be described as a ranch in the United States, as exhibited in similar shows like Yellowstone. These stations are used to raise cattle in massive quantities, and Territory importantly demonstrates some of the nuance required to run one, including understanding cattle genetics and the threat of disease outbreaks in a station. Ranches and stations are such fascinating narrative devices for neo-westerns like Territory because they take up vast amounts of land and are often owned by family dynasties. The Lawson family is shown to have run Marianne Station for several generations, and as the world changes, so do the possibilities of what that land can and should be used for. For example, Sandra Kirby is a mining magnate in Territory, and she hopes to use Marianne's land for its uranium, something the Lawson ancestors would have never had to deal with. This premise raises immediate ethical and socio-economic questions about land usage. The real world's largest cattle station is Anna Creek Station. Anna Creek is an enormous cattle station in Australia. Two characters ducking with guns in Territory. While Marianne Station may be fictional, the world's largest cattle station and ranch is in Australia. It's called Anna Creek Station, and it's located in South Australia. For context, Anna Creek is charted as 9,142 square miles and is owned by the Williams Cattle Company, a family-run beef and cattle company. To get an idea of size comparison, New York City is roughly 470 square miles. The subject of these massive cattle stations sparks interesting dialogue for shows like Territory.